So at the kitchen sink in June, towards the end of the year, thinking about VAT on education because it's coming to a crescendo. What does that mean? Why did I start standing here talking to Bridget Phillips and Keir Starmer? Oh my gosh, do you remember when we first started talking to Angela Rayner? She only smiles, she doesn't do much, and now she just sneers. But the reason that I started standing here was because of injustice, because I felt that it was unfair that my children, my daughter in particular, who was in a system that was the only system that could provide her with an education, my children were being penalised by the government for going in a different direction with their education. I hadn't asked anything from the state, I hadn't taken anything from the state. I just wanted my children to have what was right for them, which was the education that suited their needs. I didn't ask you to pay for it. I didn't ask the person over the road to pay for it. We did it ourselves. And so when VAT on education was imposed under the guise of it was going to help the 94% in state education, I was cross. I was really cross because whilst I've never ever disagreed that state education doesn't need some form of investment and reform and help, it does. But it can't be at the expense of another child. You cannot use a child as currency and say, will you and your education pay for this child and their education? It doesn't work. That's not how it was set up. So of course, when that was brought into the arena, there is the child who's lurking in the background sorting her breakfast. When that was brought into the arena, the mother wolf came out. Hello.
Hello.
Do you agree with that, with what I've just said?
Oh, wait, what do you mean? Do I agree with them or you?
Do you feel it's okay to be currency for your education to be used for another child to have an education?
No, I'd rather not.
Why is that?
Because I'm human as well.
Ah, she's human as well. Could you go into state school?
Not really.
No, because you're autistic and dyslexic. That's all right, so am I, darling. It's a good club to be in. We are autistic and dyslexic, and that means for us, some situations, some circumstances just don't work. So when you look at this human and you see the amazing potential that she does have, although it's not in tidying her bedroom or putting things in the dishwasher.
Right, that's it. Bye.
Bye. You see that there's more to it than just stats and graphs and numbers. There's more to it than a percentage here and a percentage there. These are not just the 7%. These are children, like the children in state, who need everybody's help. Now, absolutely, let's support them, but not at the expense of kids like mine who have no choice.